This is Calvin Russell, CEO and founder of 850 Club Credit Consultation. Hope everyone's doing well today. Today we're going to talk about, does your savings account affect your credit score or your credit report? Let's go straight into it. So to answer the question, it does not directly impact it unless you have a different type of account setup in which they pull out of the savings to pay the credit card and things of that sort. Then obviously if the money's not there, you're going to have a problem. Okay. But it more so affects it indirectly. Let me go ahead and talk about what that means. For example, if you wanted to buy something and you have the money, some people, they look at it like, okay, I'm about to pay $300-400 for something, which means my account is going to be $300-400 less, right? And that's a mental thing for them to see that amount of money taken from their account versus just swiping the credit card and then just making monthly payments on it. The problem is that if you start to use your credit cards and you start to dabble into your savings, or even if you don't really use your credit cards like that and you start dabbling into your savings is liquid cash. So, and of course, once that money runs out and you don't have it, you're going to have to borrow it from someone. You're either borrowing it from your credit card because you're borrowing the money, right? Or you're borrowing it from family, friends, neighbors, or whomever, okay? Or you ain't borrowing it from nobody and say, listen, they just won't get paid, right? So, but either way, you have to make sure that you're watching both of your credit card balances as well as your savings, guys. Now, we all know that there's a lot of basic things that's going on here, but you'd be surprised. A lot of people do not have a savings account. I can't tell you how many people we've gotten pre-approved to buy a home and they just didn't have anything in their savings account. And I get it. Things do happen. I'm not saying that things don't happen. I'm just saying, just like we buy an umbrella because we know it's going to rain one day. And that's what that savings account is. It's the umbrella. We know that some drama is around the corner. Right after, spring is summer, right? You're feeling good. It's warm outside, especially in Chicago, because damn, it's been cold for so long. It gets warm. It's like summertime shy has arrived, right? But right after summer, it's going to be what? Fall, right? And, so what season are you in? And then right after fall is what? It's going to be winter, right? So what's winter for you? Now, some people, they love the winter. They hate the summer. They're like, oh, it's too hot. So whatever season is your favorite, let's call that your winning season, right? That's when things are good, right? But we do know things won't be good for long, and that's life, okay? So you got to be prepared. You got to have that umbrella. You got to know that winter's around the corner. Unless you love winter, then you hate summer. Then that means that summer's around the corner, right? And so you got to say to yourself, how can I be prepared for the BS that's about to happen? Something's going to happen. Right? Whether it's a death in the family and the family needs money for something, your car breaks down, a financial situation pops up, taxes, or whatever. But you got to be ready for this. And this is where that savings is going to come into play, because that credit card, they're going to need you to hit that zero balance. Credit card companies will get to zero. Okay. They will get to a zero balance. Either you're going to die and you still have a credit card balance, they're going to come after some assets, fam. That's just how things go. Okay. Unless you just say, you know what, it's going to be a charge off and you don't care about your credit anyway, but then you probably won't be watching this video. Okay. But you need to know that you got to have some savings in place. Now, having a great credit score is great. Having high credit card limits is great, but you also need a high savings, guys, because you just never know. And you may need something. For example, your credit card limit may be $4,000 and you may have a $5,000 situation. Okay. You see what I'm saying? Your credit card's not going that high. So you can max it out, kill your score, and then take $1,000 out your savings account. That's your prerogative. But if you wanted to pay $5,000 and get yourself out of a situation, could you? And everyone has a number that they can't obviously do, but you got to at least set a goal. Right. And we've talked about this, guys. We've talked about it. So do not let your savings account indirectly affect your credit score and report because you don't have the money. Or you end up racking up this credit card debt and you've exhausted your checking account and you have no savings. Now you can't make the minimum payment because all your money is exhausted. So it can affect you. So keep an eye on your savings, guys. Get something automatic. Everybody watching this should have some sort of automatic savings plan in place. Whether it's one of these apps, whether it's loose change, whether it's dollars, whether you're saving your bonuses, whether it's your taxes, whatever you're doing, you got to have some type of saving strategy, guys. You must. Otherwise, your score is going to suffer if you're not able to make any types of payments. Now, of course, you may not even be using your credit cards, right? But at the same time, you still want to have a savings in place because, again, summer doesn't last forever. Well, whatever your favorite season is, so because you got to make everybody happy nowadays. But of course, I like summer. But again, you got to be prepared. You got to have that umbrella. You got to have that savings net in place. Okay. So if you like this video, like it, you want to share it. And as always, be sure to subscribe as we have nothing but great content on the way. Thank you all so much. Have a great day.